Hello and welcome to Stranger Things. Ooh. I never actually saw the show. This is Will the Wise and Lucas Sharpshooter. This is a flicker deck. At a local game store one time, this really cool guy I know plays Will the Wise just on its own, almost as a mono white deck, where they run, I think, like literally every like blink and flicker card you can to just keep repeating Will the Wise. And then I was like, oh, that's a cool deck. And then they won with like a Eldrazi Displacer. And I was like, okay, well, you know, it's still kind of a cool deck. So it took him a while to get there. So yeah, he was playing Will the Wise solo. And I was inspired by the idea of just having like all these clue tokens sitting around and like the leave and enter trigger. And yeah, opponents are obviously going to choose life over giving you a clue, because if they give you a clue, then you're probably going to do something awful with it to them. So I thought that was really neat. Over time, I added a partner because enough people were like, why are you doing this to yourself when you could add in more colors and make the deck better? So eventually I settled on Lucas the Sharpshooter. I hardly ever played Lucas. I think most games I can just play Will. And I love playing Will on turn 2 to even just get like one clue, because on turn 3 I can play like a mana rock or something like that and then have like a mana open to crack a clue or flicker Will or just do like various things, and then you sort of just like build up over the game, get to the point where you can play a creature that's a good flicker target besides Will, and then hopefully 2 flicker creatures that are good besides Will, and then before you know it, the game just kind of snowballs into your favor. This is a very powerful bracket 3 deck, to the point where I usually don't play it unless I'm playing against other decks that I suspect to be very powerful bracket 3 decks also. To the point where I'm actually going to, hopefully in this video, maybe look to power down the deck or take out some of the cards that I believe to be problem deck cards, because I don't want to have a deck that's intent is to win a bracket 3 game. And I think that this deck does do that. Back when I played on another server, I actually had a mod, I think, ask me to send them the deck list because someone told me that the deck was too strong. And actually, it's kind of funny, but they looked at the deck list and said the deck was too weak. But I kind of disagree with their critique of it. It ran at the time Dockside and Urza, both very, very good flicker targets. Obviously, Dockside, insanely good flicker target. And even now, I think it runs Displacer Kitten and Urza. Or Displacer Kitten is probably more of a problem than Urza when it comes to flickering. Urza is really only a problem because once you have the clue tokens, you can tap them for mana. But yeah, I think I'll just get into it. I'll show you the cards, and you guys can decide for yourself if you think it is indeed too powerful. But I'm going to tell you right now, I do think it is too powerful. And in one way or another, I'm going to do my best to fix that issue and address that issue, so I can hang with other bracket 3 decks without feeling like I am the problem for the whole game. One thing I have done already, like last time I played this deck, which was a while ago, was I tried to take out some of the creatures that kind of like say no to my opponent. So for example, something like a Venser Shaper Savant, which when it gets flickered returns a spell or a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That is objectively good, but it's also objectively not fun to keep flickering a Venser Shaper Savant. And I wish it didn't take me so long to realize that. I think for a while I thought simply cutting, so when I built the deck, I didn't even put in things like, what's that one, the Agent of Treachery, because I 100% agree that if you have a flicker deck with an Agent of Treachery, then you're making a statement about what you're trying to do. But even with like removal, like I don't want to have a flicker creature with removal on it. But it got to the point where I even cut like Mindclaw Shaman, which is you look at an opponent's hand and you exile, or you cast a spell from their hand, like an instant or a sorcery. So yeah, Mindclaw Shaman's really cool, like don't get me wrong, but it's also really annoying to have someone keep peeking at your hand and casting spells from it like over and over again. So yeah, I cut Mindclaw Shaman too, and that's sort of the direction I guess I'm trying to tell you I'm taking the deck in, is like over time realizing that repeatable removal or stopping my opponents in one way or another is not fun for them, which in turn becomes not fun for me. So yeah, I laid out the lands. Now I'm going through pulling out all the ramp cards, and then I'll do card draw next, and then I'll figure out what the next pile would be after that. Maybe like blink creatures and blink spells, or like spells that do the blinking and creatures that want to be blinked. And then maybe the last pile will be like interaction. Super light on ramp, which is super interesting because I do have access to like every talisman and signet in 4 colors, but the mana curve is low, so maybe that's fine. But I do think I will be looking to maybe add in a little, and I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong, that the deck is light on card draw too, because I think a lot of the card draw comes from clues. So yeah, I mean, we'll see, but I think you might not see too much card draw as I go through this. Let me go over it actually, so I can say what Will does while I'm looking for card draw. So when Will the Wise enters the battlefield, each opponent may investigate. For each opponent that investigates, I investigate an additional time. If an opponent chooses not to investigate, then they lose a life. So the way that works is like, when you investigate, you make a clue. So when they investigate, they make a clue. And a clue is an artifact that you pay 2 mana, and you sacrifice it and you draw a card, and you don't need to tap it to do it. So you can tap them for mana too if you have like cards that do that. So with this deck, oh, and that happens whenever Will enters or leaves the battlefield. So that's why this is a really good flicker deck. With this deck, a lot of people often don't want to give me clues, understandably, because that translates to card draw, mana, power. I'm gonna make a few piles now. This is ramp, this is card draw, this is removal, this is flicker spells, this is gonna be flicker creatures. I think I can do all this at once, and if it isn't gonna be that strictly, I'll make a new pile, I guess. So this is gonna be like creatures or effects that flicker repeatedly, I guess. And this is like, I don't even know what you call saw in half, just like a little bit of everything. Yeah, creatures that want to be flickered, repeatable flicker. Disorder in the Court's like too good. Same with Officious Investigation. I'll put these over here for now. Not like too, like it's too good in the sense of like, it's not just the same as like a flicker spell. Well, it straight up isn't, it just makes clues. But I mean, if you flicker Will, you'll get more clues from Officious Investigation than flickering Will. So, okay, this isn't a flicker creature, but I run a lot of like reanimation too. So this is kind of like a good target for one's reanimation. Soul Herder, repeatable, game changing, protection, game ending card, insurrection, removal, flicker, reanimate, flicker creature, game ending, Reigns of Power. I love Reigns of Power. Exile any number of creatures you control, then return to the battlefield. Control and repeat this process X times. I think that goes with like this pile where it's like I don't know what it is yet. I'll put like game changer, like reanimation, like all that kind of there, and figure out what I want to say or do with that later. Yeah. It's a flicker. Lots of flicker. This is the most times I've said flicker in my life, all in one video. What do you know? Actually, I don't know. Maybe if I have a display circuit and thing going, I'll say flicker a lot too. I'm probably gonna cut Mr. Negative. Okay, cool. So that's all this. Now I'll go back through here, see what I can figure out with these piles. I think this is like fog effects, just 3 little fog effects. 2 game-ending cards, Insurrection and Reigns of Power. Honestly, like sometimes the only way I win in most games. I just kind of like spin my wheels until I get my Insurrection, and then like if someone like board wipes, I'm like, no, I can't win now because you board wiped. Rakdos Charm, that can sometimes win me games too. But I think I'll put it with like removal, interaction. The other cool thing I love about flicker spells is they function as interaction sometimes, because you can flicker an opponent's creature. This is the only board wipe I run, Slaughter the Strong, and it's because both my commanders have power 1, so you can kind of like wipe the board with Slaughter the Strong. But I really don't love board wipes, and I feel like most games, even if I have this in hand, I don't cast it. So I might cut Slaughter the Strong. There's always a better option. Like if you could be board wiping, you could probably do something better. And I think it takes taking board wipes out of a deck to realize that. Valgavoth is good, but I might cut Valgavoth too. I'm gonna cut Valgavoth and Mr. Negative. I'll explain why Mr. Negative in a sec. And then I'm actually gonna cut Boggart Trawler and Canoptic Scarab Swarm too, I think. I might need to leave in Canoptic Scarab Swarm. Or Trawler. I might need to leave in one, but I don't want both. Saw in Half you can use on opponents or your own thing, so I think I would put it with Flicker actually. I think that's like kind of the point of it. Is like you're treating it like a double Flicker spell in one. You run this in the deck mostly as a Flicker spell and then sometimes not. So but you can also do it on opponent's creatures. So I think I'll put it with Interaction, even though yeah, it is like kind of a Flicker spell. This is like, I guess, kind of like a game ender Flicker spell in a way. So I would put it with game enders, yeah. Because it's going to cost you most of your mana to do. And the payoff is going to be substantial. I guess I would count Officious Investigation as like... Do I count it as card draw? How many? I'm like losing payoffs for clues. I used to investigate X times. So this one is Flicker because it's you make clues and you flicker. So I will keep it with the Flicker. But I'm trying to think about like what my payoffs are for the clue tokens, because there used to be more, but I think it might be dwindling. Like I have Urza, I have Radiant Lotus. And then I like technically Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. And like that might be it. I mean, kind of Dispatch, but I'll be fine with Dispatch. And then, yeah, I want to say like that's kind of it. So I don't really know if I need to like Giga Investigate just for the sake of investigating. So I don't know if this is worth it really. So maybe I cut this too. Going into, okay, and then the board wipe, yeah. So I found a few. I'll do one more quick scan to see if there's anything else I'm looking to cut, because I play this deck a lot, so I know what's underperforming. I'm super excited for Bender's Waterskin. I haven't seen this card perform yet, but with all the clue with all the clue tokens I have, like I know it's gonna be good. This is so cool because each turn, the first activate ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. So when you crack a clue token, like once per turn, you can crack a clue for free with Tezzeret. Isn't that cool? So I love that. And then the up mode is just draw cards. The down mode is whenever an artifact you control becomes tap, draw a card. Like, so what? That's the like whatever. You play it for the activate ability, which is like the best reason to play a Planeswalker, is when like the best part about it isn't even like attached to the loyalty. Because it means you're always going to get like something out of it. And it de-incentivizes opponents from like attacking it if it's like, oh, he doesn't even really care about ulting it. Like, great. Removal, yeah, I think I just have Swords, Path, Dispatch, Deadly Rollick, and then for interaction I have yeah, as I said, the flicker / removal, Rakdos Charm, one of the best instants in the game, and deflecting swat. So that's all good stuff. 2 mana commander, deflecting swat should always be free. And then this one, like, the reason I run it, I guess, is because one of my commanders has blue in the cost, but I don't think I don't really play Lucas anyway. But then in a way this spell becomes 3 mana, because what I'm doing is I'm saying, oh, I drew this card. In order to cast it for less, I would need to sack a creature. So I would play Lucas just to sack him, kind of. Like, that doesn't feel like saving mana. So I don't know if I need this card. I think like Stifle would just be better. I've been having so much fun with Stifle recently. But I guess like I don't know if I will add Stifle. I guess I'm just saying I would rather that than this. So there's that. 2 fog effects. This one is good because yeah, I'd be fine sacking Will because he, like, I want to play him again anyway, or like I want him in play, and like that's an okay sacrifice. Ethereal Haze, best one of the best fogs in the game. This one and Obscuring Haze I think are the 2 best. In a way, I mean, yeah, it's a Fairy's Protection, so yeah, just 3 kind of like get out of jail cards with that. Reanimate, I think there's so many times this card will come in helpful, like just happy to draw this really at any point in the game unless I'm at 1 life, so there's that. There are more, but I think these are like the best ways I could have to repeatedly flicker. Indestructible, only 3 mana. Enchantment's hard to remove. Displacer Kitten's like maybe too good. Maybe I need to cut it. And then this is 6 mana and I can like get 2 end steps and like double flicker. So that's a good return on investment. So yeah, I think out of this, the only one I would want to keep, like, I guess like Preston the Vantage, like there's like what's that card? There's like this blue enchantment from like Midnight Hunt or Crimson Vow where it's like whenever you, like Duplicity or something like that. That's sort of a flicker card because you make like a token when you target a creature. Preston is whenever a creature enters and it wasn't cast, I think you get like a copy of it. So there's like flicker adjacent cards that are good, but I think out of the ones I want to keep, it's like for sure these, and then we'll see if I need to cut Displacer if it's like overperforming, or even Urza if Urza's like overperforming. No, I don't think it is, you know, like I think Displacer Kitten is scarier than Urza in this deck. It's scarier than like probably any other card in this deck. So if I am looking to truly power it down, this would be probably what I would need to cut first. This is a powerhouse of a card, Ardent Elementalist. Just flicker it to get back a flicker spell is a really cool play pattern that I don't mind doing, right? Because sometimes it'll net gain you a card if you do one of these ways, where it just happens on end step. So I like Ardent Elementalist a bunch. I guess by that same token, I like Dire Fleet to get cards from opponents' graveyards. Molten Primordial, flicker it 2 times and boom, you should have the best creatures on the board to attack with. So in a way, that's kind of a game winner. This is what I mean by like reanimation. I have Karmic Guide and Metamorphosis Fanatic. So, you know, reanimate Metamorphosis. It comes in, it brings back some other creature. So graveyards matter in this deck. Graveyards matter too because of Mysterious Stranger, Dire Fleet, Daredevil. Oh, Sister Hospitaller is another one that gets back a creature. And I'm looking to add in a few more. So that's sort of why I want to cut either the Canoptic or the Bogger Trawler, because I might want to kind of like mess around with opponents' graveyards. And so if I exile them, then I like turn off kind of my own power. The trade-off is this is an MDFC land, so like it is kind of good for that reason, but like I don't know, I think, and then like this is good because it gives you flying blockers or flying attackers, just like some bodies to hang around. So I think keeping one will be good, and it's not like I have to play it, like it's not like I struggle for creatures to flicker. So I think I'll leave this one in, but I'll be cutting this one. Like Abdel's good because you can build up quite a board and you can like flicker your like literally everything else. So you can like get multiple triggers, and you can also do your mana rock, so you can like kind of keep going in a way. Sometimes I don't play him though, because like I feel like I'm doing too much, and I'm worried that like this will like be like too much in a way. So maybe I need to cut it because it's like too good. Same reason I'm cutting Displacer Kitten, right? Gyruda is super fun. I like the high roll potential of Gyruda. Anti-causal Vestige, I've been having some fun with this. I think that'll be a good one to keep in. And then yeah, I'm like in favor of cutting things for things that say no. I like these because they're things that say I want to do that too. So 2 clones with flash that you can bring in and copy a creature an opponent controls. This one's good because it's any creature. This one's just creatures your opponents control. So maybe I cut this one but leave this one in. I think that might be the move, yeah. All right, so that gives me a little bit of room to add in some cards. I don't think it's nearly enough for like how much I want to be adding. I think there's too many good cards in this deck, but I think it's a good start that I identified 2 cards that I think are like too powerful, and I'm cutting them out. The other one I didn't. Oh, how'd these get in here? Oh no, wait, what? This is the wrong pile. Is it here? Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't really get to talk about it, but Mr. Negative I also don't play sometimes because I think he just draws like too many cards, like really, really strong card in a Flicker deck. So yeah, I'm taking out 3 problems. One that was like the problem more for me. This one because I never cast it. Board wipe because I never cast it. Valgavoth, I mean, he could stay. I think just having like a big bad creature is kind of fun, even if it does nothing. And then Officious Investigation because all the clue synergy is like kind of no longer here. It's like a leftover of a card from a time when I used to do more stuff than I'm doing now with it. I think right now it just makes me clues, which I would use to draw cards, and that's like kind of a bad payoff. All right, so let's see what I have to add to the deck. I'm gonna lay them out in batches. There's too many to show it all at once. Too many cards. Look at how many cards I want to add. This is unrealistic. This is like almost a whole new deck. What the heck? Ooh, Morningtide's Light. Nice. That's cool. I was thinking about wanting one for another deck. I wish I had more copies of it. My voice is starting to go. I'm just looking through to see what I have here that I'm thinking about putting in. Oh, look at that. I thought about putting in Fell the Mighty, another board wipe. No, I think if I'm taking out Slaughter the Strong, I would not, but that's a shame. I got this card kind of with this deck in mind because I like the art and I wanted a good budget Secret Lair card. Sometimes I go look at them and think about like what would be some fun cards that I could pick up for not that much. But I guess part of me forgot that I don't like board wipes, so that's kind of a waste, unfortunate. Yeah. Subtlety says no, so I'm gonna go with no to Subtlety. I'm seeing if there's any cards that say no to my opponents, and I'm just gonna like take them out now. Oh yeah, here's these 2 I was talking about, Vesuvian Diplomacy and Preston. So maybe I put in these, we'll see. Avatar's Wrath, I mean, I just said I don't like board wipes, but if there were to be a board wipe, like this is the one, right? This is like almost good. If it said any card and then if it were a creature, right? When Lovelia enters, exile a creature card from an opponent's graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, then create X treasure tokens of Rex's exile card's power. That's like almost good. I think what would make this card like ideal is if it said exile a card from a graveyard. If it's a creature, create X treasures where X is the power of the card. That would like make this card like a slam dunk ad. Yeah, once again, I don't think I need the Gravestorm Investigate. Like, I don't need a bunch of clues. Junkwinder says no to my opponents. This is like a crazy oppressive card, Junkwinder. When Nisso track and attacks, sack X artifacts. When you sacrifice one or more artifacts this way, tap up to X creatures and draw X cards. That's kind of cool. Whenever a creature attacks you, it gets -2/-0. Discarding a card, investigate. No, I don't need to investigate. Scheming Fences, no. Ooh, Mana Geyser. Yay, I love Mana Geysers. Would it be this deck? I think I want to put this in my Jaws deck, though. I think I have to put that in Jaws. I think I took a copy out of Jaws, so I need to put it back in. I need to go buy more of those. Mana Geyser is so good. Add a blue for each clue you control. No, I think if it said add a blue for each artifact you control, this card would be like 100 times better, and it comes in tapped. It's like a slow flicker, but it's super fun because you can do opponent stuff too, so I think I like that. Yeah, Urtai says no. I mean, clones are like I realized this kind of recently, but like making a copy of a thing with haste that dies at the end of turn is like Red's version of flicker. Artifact or creature you control, but it's sorcery speed. Ugh. But it could be a game ending card too if you think about it, because you could copy like the best thing 3 times. 3 tokens, and then yeah, like if you pay 4 mana into it, you could get like 2 Gyrudas. Nah, I think no. Tashawn's Tiebinder, as I said, I'm saying no to things that say no, but I like that this counters a triggered ability and it has flash, so if I kind of treated it just like a 3 mana stifle, I think that's fine. Body Double's fun. There's so many fun cards. This isn't fair. Hide on the Ceiling's fun. Spirit Water Revival, draw 2 cards. You could Waterbend, so you could tap like 6 clues. It's sorcery speed though. I'm gonna go no on that. Preston. And it leaves behind blockers, but this also leaves behind blockers, and they're actually big. And it's an enchantment, so I think I would rather Vesuvian Diplomacy over Preston. I'm gonna go no to Preston, but yes, or probably yes to this. This is removal, or you could count it as flicker, so Airbending Lesson seems solid. This is a flicker spell that gives you a changeling too, but I don't really care about a changeling. But I do care about being 2 mana flicker, like that's pretty good. But I think I'm adding in other ones, right? Like I'm adding in straight up flicker, and I'm adding in momentary blink most likely. So yeah, okay, so we'll cut all these from my my brain. What about Mirrormine Crown? You create 1 or more tokens this turn. Right, so the thinking here is you could put this on Will the Wise. Oh no, it's bad. Because if you put it on Will and then you flicker Will, then it gets unequipped. But the thinking would be that when you make like 4 clues, instead you make 4 Wills, you'd get all the ETBs and all the leave the battlefields from like the legendary rule tokens dying, and then you'd get like 16 clues or something like that. But it won't work, because if you're flickering Will, then when it comes in and you get the clues, it will unequip from the Mirrormine Crown. This is like a flicker from hand, so the cool thing is you could like play this, put in like a Valgavoth. You'd have to return the Valgavoth to your hand, but then if you flicker the Valgavoth, then you'll get another flicker trigger, and you won't have to return to your hand because the surprise deployment like rule applied to it before it got flickered. But you can only do it during combat, so it kind of puts you in like an awkward position. Displace 2 creatures. No, so I think Ghostly Flicker is better than Displace, so I'm gonna no to that. This is any permanent that entered this turn. I think that's too narrow, but I like that has Cascade, but Cascade's only on cast, so nah. Okay, Halo Forager. When it enters, you may pay X. When you do, you may cast target instant or sorcery without paying its mana cost. No, it's a 3-mana version of Direfleet Daredevil, so I'd rather just have one version of Direfleet Daredevil, not two. When Furlblog Flutist enters, you gain control of a creature you don't control and give him Myriad. So the difference is this, and then there's the one I have in here where it's like Molten Primordial, is Molten gets 1 from each player. This would be get 1 and get 3 copies of it when it attacks. I don't want that. I'd rather have the 3 and not have to attack, maybe, because like, what if you want just like a mana dork from an opponent? I think that's better. Puppeteer Click's gonna be really fun. Coalstone Gearhulk. I know I had this in the deck and I cut it, right? Or did I? I think I might have seen it in here actually. I'll look for that. Body Double and Superior Spider-Man. Both of these hit anyone's graveyard. So they're kind of the same. Superior Spider-Man only costs 4, Body Double costs 5. So I think I'd rather go Superior Spider-Man over Body Double, yeah. Tivit, I think I used to run 2. Why wouldn't I? What's the downside here? Is it because it's too good? When Tivit enters or deals combat damage to a player starting with you, each player votes for evidence or bribery. It might be because it's too good, but we'll see. I think it's just because there's a lot of tokens to keep track of. Impulsivity, I think, is going to for sure go in. And then Hide on the Ceiling's a good flicker spell. I like these ones where you can do any number of things based on how much you pay. And then Rose Room Treasure. When a creature enters under your control, you get treasure. If this is the first or second time this ability resolves this turn, otherwise you may pay X. When you do it, deals X damage to any target. That seems good. Turning my flicker into a ramp could be nice. It's like a kind of like, you know, this is like Pitiless Plunder for this deck. Maybe even better because you have more control over it versus like Pitiless Plunder is like kind of depends on if your opponents remove your stuff. All right, so I'm working it down, but there's still way too many cards here, right? What is Golbez? What does this guy do? Yeah, there's still way too many cards. What do we have? What are we working with here? Mirror Form. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-art or permanent. So the thinking here is you're going to have a bunch of clues, and you can turn all those clues into a creature on a turn when you might want to like attack. I could mess with that. That seems like a good win con. Golbez. When artifact you control enters, you surveil one. So it turns all your clues into surveil. And at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If you have 8 or more artifacts, an opponent loses life equals that card's power. Ooh. That is nice, because like, you know, it does things at different points in the game. And I like card where it'll just do a lot for me. The only thing is, I kind of want my creatures to stay in the graveyard because I have ways to get them back anyway. So that doesn't really help me, so I'm gonna go no to that. This thing, yeah, that's cool because you can tap clues or creatures to like pay for the waterbending cost. And then the creatures that paid for it, you can just flicker anyway. So I think I like that. The first time you create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Nice, I like that. But maybe I don't. Oh, no, I would put this on. No, yeah, once again, I can't put it on will because if I put it on will, then I'm not going to be making tokens. But if I put it on anything else, it means I also can't flicker that thing. But yeah, so in a way it just reads like when I flicker will and make my 2 clues, instead I'll be making 2 copies of a thing, because if I put it on something good, the opponents would obviously just choose to lose a life. over giving me more token copies of, I don't know, like a freaking Mysterious Stranger, for example. Alright, so that'll be a no to this card. I've been meaning to try this one. I think as this deck becomes more about like reanimation, this one kind of gets better. It does say non-creature permanent, but you can just get like a bunch of 3/3 lands, and that's kind of fun. So we'll give this a try, or we'll consider it, the Astral Dragon. Let me take a look and see if Coldstone's in here, just so I can like maybe look to cut one more card from having to make decisions right now. If I don't have to worry about Coldstone Gear Hulk, that'll be a burden off my chest. Oh no, he's not in here, so now I have to think, do I want a Coldstone Gear Hulk? Put target creature card with a mana value 4 or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter against menace, death touch, haste, beginner, and stuff, exile. It is nice because it's like kind of selective exile. Like you can take away things that might be a problem, but only 4 or less. So against like a true reanimator deck, this won't actually do enough. Against like maybe a landfall deck, like a mono green deck that's looking to do stuff with like a you know, that like thing that's like return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield and stuff like that, like that will kind of be good if they're looking at like that. Maybe they have like a Eternal Witness in their graveyard, and this will get you back an Eternal Witness, and then you can get something back from your graveyard. So yeah, I mean, there's like kind of stuff, and I do think it's like a cool tech card, and it exiles it too. What are the abilities? Menace, Death Touch, and Haste. They're good abilities, but it keeps its nat power toughness, so it's not like you're even gonna like buff them, so it's not gonna help you get like lethal necessarily. I don't think so. I don't know, man. I bought so many of these too, and like I was so excited to give this a try, and it just doesn't survive usually the first or second round of cuts when I start really thinking about it. Investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn when a clue you control is put into a graveyard battlefield. So the thing about this is it would require you to flicker on your turn because you investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. And I don't really flicker will too much on end step. I usually do it. I do my instant speed flickers on opponents' turns. So I don't know if I want this in the deck. I do know Ghostly Flicker goes infinite with like a wooden spoon or whatever. So how do I feel about it? What am I trying to say by running this? That like this is a certain kind of deck that I don't want it to be? Yeah, I don't know if I want Ghostly Flicker. Like I don't even know if it goes infinite, but I don't want to like risk it going infinite and then feeling like bad when I wanted that effect to do its thing that's doing anyway. So it's like kind of weird. Yeah, my win con isn't clues, so no more Cyber Drive. What is this? It's really just a flicker deck. Like the clues from Will are nice. Like they help me kind of bridge the gap between it being like an early and a late game flicker deck, but I don't want that to be the win con. Starfield is kind of just like a roaming throne for triggers, and I don't need it. Redirect Lightning, I don't want to pay 5 life in this deck. Airbending Ascension. When this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. When this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target. Okay, so right off the bat, it's going to give me the airbend. When a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on it. Beginning of your end step, if an enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target. Got it. Okay. So it's a 2 mana thing where it requires me to have 4 creatures come in order to come online. And then once it's online, I get a flicker every end step. Yeah, I like that. Fury Storm. How many copies am I getting with a Fury Storm? I think 3 is a reasonable amount. So it's 4 mana, copy a spell 3 times. What would I get? None of my spells are good enough. I think Fury Storm you would run if you know your deck has like 3 to 4 cards that a Fury Storm would make good. But I don't want to run it and depend on my opponents. And for me, it would just be like copy it like a flicker spell 3 times. Nah. Okay, we're down to 2 last ones. Tishana's Tidebender. I think as I continue to evaluate my deck as a toolbox deck, this seems like the kind of card I would want. I would rather this over a thing that says no, because I would rather they get to at least cast their creature or do their thing than just counter it on the stack. This just delays a decision point a little bit longer and gives me like more fun things to do, I think. Airbending lesson, airbend and all that permanent. Yeah, I mean, no, flicker spells exist. I don't need to airbend. Like, I get that it's kind of removal, but no, it's not even permanent. It's like a kind of like a half-assed answer to things that this deck doesn't need a half-ass. So after all that, I still just have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards here, and I'm looking at 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. So I am 12 cards over. Oh boy. Let's take another look and see if I can. No, I know I'm adding in stuff of like certain kinds, so I can make the same piles and decide this way if what's like being over or under represented. Game enders. That's like kind of ramp. Flicker target. A lot of flicker targets. I might need to cut like 1 or 2 and see if like kind of like run the numbers on that. Because I can't flicker everything. Like, that's not possible. Board wipe. Okay. 6 flicker spells and like 9 creatures that have ETBs. So if something's gonna go, it's gonna be creatures, I think. Like, I do love how many options I have, and I do love that that's kind of like the fun part about this deck is like what you do with your ETBs and all that. But there's just too many. And then next I'll have to like look at how many flicker spells I have, and if any of these power creep the ones I already have, and if they do, like which ones I'm cutting. So tricky. It's also interesting that like the core of the deck is that, but there's still like all this, which is like other cards. Like what am I doing? Like ramp, card draw, I guess. Okay, Niv is like a reanimate target, but 2 OP, so maybe Niv goes too. Yeah, Niv will go. I think ones that are the most fun are gonna stay. But that's like all of them, right? Oh, Mocking Doppelganger goes. We talked about that. I don't think I ever have enough mana to do the Direfleet Daredevil thing, and I'm looking to add in an Impulsivity. And I know Impulsivity costs more, like, but it really doesn't because of all the like reanimation. All right, now I can look at these ways to get like the flicker thing. I think like the ones that can do multiple are probably the best. So these two, right? That one's good. Yeah, so these stay in. Maybe Saw in Half goes. Maybe that, no, it probably should not. What are the best ones here? I think the ones that do it immediately, like sometimes that delayed is genuinely better. It is kind of nice to have a little of both. Okay, Essence Flux is good. Like the 1 mana is obviously the best. This one's cool because it's not you control, so I think Planar Incision's really good. Yeah, I think saw in half is fine. Touch the spirit realm. Nah, I think I can cut that one. I like that it's a channel, so you can get around counter spells. Cloud Shift, only 1 mana. Turn to Mist. Flicker of Fate. Yeah, I think I just leave them all in. I'm trying to like kind of get too nitpicky, but I've never felt like the deck has too many flicker spells, so I don't think I need to cut any from that pile. And then from here, yeah, Teleportation Circle, Soul Herder, plus a Deep Dwelling, Ishtola Rule. Oh man, I really want to leave in Displacer Kitten. This makes me sad. Okay, let me look at Abdel and Displacer Kitten. Am I sure about this? I can't do Displacer. It's too freaking good. Abdel though, maybe I can leave in Abdel. There's a case that like this isn't as pushed as Displacer, and I like that flickers the whole board too. Yeah, I think I prefer that over Displacer. I think that's a little bit more fair. I think I'd take out Valgavoth. It's just like too random, I think. Just a little too random. Okay, that puts me up to like 12, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, I'm getting there. Surely this is too many flicker though. Like what? Okay. Maybe no release to the wind. Any number of target creatures at the beginning of your end step. Next end step, return the battlefield. Yeah, I think that's too good not to run. Maybe Momentary Blink can go. Yeah, okay. These 4 will stay, these 2 are no's. Let's take a look at creature targets. Discover is pretty cool. Gain control of a permanent untap, it's pretty cool. Until end of turn, yeah. Puppeteer Click. Yeah, I've been looking forward to adding in Puppeteer Click and like Superior Spider-Man for a while, so these 2 are yeses. Tivit's kind of clunky. Impulsivity's good. Yeah, these 4 are kind of like maybe, probably not. These 4 are probably, or like definitely yes. So this is good. I'm getting somewhere. I think these 2. No, Airbender Ascension, yes. I think the reason I cut Vesuvian Diplomacy is like, and the reason Preston's better is you have to cast the spell to get the trigger from this, versus like if you have a thing like on board like this that triggers it without casting the spell, then you get the copy. So I think I would rather Preston actually, even though it leaves you with like a 0/1 as opposed to like the full like thing. Whenever another non-token returns battlefield under control, if it wasn't cast, yeah, so it also gets you back from like a reanimation too. Yeah, I prefer this over that. Like Karmic Guide brings back a thing, for example. That's very nice. Maybe too nice. Mirror Form. Okay. I mean, out of these, what would I get with Astral Dragon? They're just 3/3s, but they're non-creatures. It would just be lands. Like I'd probably just target a land and try to get like a bunch of them. Because there's not really anything that I need that's like non-creature. This spell is just like flicker spells and creatures. So I think Astral's a no. Yeah, once again, I don't really care about the Discover if it's like just gonna chain into flicker spells. Like that's not that good. Tishana's I'm like almost convinced I need, and then Tivit, I think the reason I cut it is because like you just get stuck in a loop of getting 2 treasures every time and then like keep on targeting it, and then it just like leaves enters. You get your 2 treasures and they choose 3 clue, and it's like yada yada yada, kind of boring. There's not like a end to the payoff. Nothing happens because of it. Rose Room, I think it's nice. I think that damage ability is going to be good, and then at the very least I just get some treasures out of it. And then Avatar's Wrath, yeah, the board wipe will be nice. That leaves me at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm 3 over. From here, I could cut 3 more cards from my deck, maybe, or I can just see what I take out. I think Mirror Form could be a good game ender. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanents. You can target opponents' things. That's pretty nice. Preston, good. Airbender Ascension, good. That's nice. That's good. What am I trying to do here? What would I get with the Zealous Conscripts that would make it worth it? I think there's so much that I could get with that. Like, this feels like the kind of card where it's like I don't know how good it is until I actually play it, and then I'll see for myself. I think every card I'm adding is not only like making my deck better, it's making it more focused. And I'm taking out some really good problem cards. So I think I want to keep it at 14, and the next step is just going to be to figure out what I'm taking out. I think I can cut 1 flicker spell because I am adding in like 3. This seems... yeah, okay, I'm gonna lay out these like redundant ones and figure it out. I think I can cut, yeah, one seems reasonable. Yeah, okay, one of those. 3 more to go, 3 more cards to cut. Ardent Elementalist, 1 Primordial, Sister Hospitaller, 3 of those. That effect. It could be the Mysterious Stranger because it takes so long to resolve, and I'm adding in Impulsivity. That's a possibility. It could be Urza, just because I'm trying to make my deck worse. Yeah, and then it could be maybe the Flare of Fortitude, because it's like a free spell. Okay, so I think, yeah, Mysterious Stranger and Urza are going to be cuts, and I don't feel too bad about losing those. This says target creature, so I think that's better than like ones I control. Yeah, so the ones that say you control are the ones I would look to maybe cut. This says a permanent you control, so I think I want Teferi's Time Twist, even though it's because of the word permanent. So yeah, out of these 2, one is on end step and one is immediate. I think I have enough. I think some of these are slow flicker, right? Okay, so fast. End step. Okay, let me separate it. Fast, end step, end step, end step. Yeah, 3 of these are end step and 1 is not, so I would cut the one that's end step, so I'm not like overdoing it with the end step triggers. I think maybe like the reason you kind of want to balance, by the way, of like partial on end step and partial immediate is because the end step ones are you can't like do another on the stack, but the reason the immediates are bad is because if you flicker immediately, it won't dodge a board wipe. It just dodges like single target removal. Because if you flicker immediately before board wipe, well, you know, board wipe's still on the stack by the time it comes back. So yeah, I have 4 more cards here. I figured out what I'm cutting through a lot of pain and a lot of thinking and a lot of brain power. It has been done. This is one of the most aggressive cuts I've done. I think like 14 cards got taken out for 14 ads. I am feeling really good about it though. I think the deck will be more fun as a result. Arguably, Tishana's Tidebender is like the least fun card I'm adding, but I think maybe the most responsible. So I think that, okay. I think I'm actually not going to add Tishana's Tidebender because the stifle effect's really only going to work once, and then they'll be like aware of it or like privy to it. So like it's kind of the same reason like opposition agent's bad. Like it's not gonna, it will stop people from playing cards with triggered abilities. Yes, that is true. But the gotcha moment, or like the time when it will matter most, is really only going to be that first time. Technically, if I have like an onboard creature that can like reanimate a thing, then like that might surprise them again. If I go to like flicker a Karmic Guide in response to an activate ability, it comes back and then gets Tishana's Tiebender back into play. Even then though, right? Like not the most ideal. So if I'm to lead, then I think I would probably want the Flare of Fortitude back if I'm gonna do that. Yeah, just another protection card will be better. So there we go. I'm locking it in now. That's my 13 for 13. Right? Did I? Yeah, because I cut out Tishana's Tiebender, which means I get to add back in a card. Yep. So 13 cuts, 13 adds. Gonna go find a game now. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun to watch and to play. And I'll see you in a sec.
Tap the land and pass.
Alright, I will draw. I will also tap land, pass.
I'll do tap land with extra steps. I'll just march flats for a Triumph and pass.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I need to
I'll
adjust
play untap land.
the cards
pass.
I have in hand in a sec.
Untap, draw up a turn.
Just gonna get my Triumph. Try to play catch up with what's going on
Land, and I will tap green for a district mascot, which will enter with a counter.
here. I like the Mardu Triumph the best.
I can pay 2, take a counter off, and destroy an artifact.
Because it has white.
Seems
I
pretty
think
good.
I think white black is like
But
the
pay
best
2
for this
side.
deck. So I try to get that one
Yeah,
first.
you
with
pay
the
2
fetch
and
lands.
remove 2 1/1 counters.
Pass.
Nice. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. Well, that's cool. First, let's go ahead and play Island.
Check out this guy's
Tap
lands.
Island
They're
for
Guru lands
Soul Ring.
or Summer lands. I forgot.
And then Soul Ring and a green will cast a Farseek, finding Archon and pass.
Okay. Draw. Play Exotic Orchard, tap 2 for Will the Wise. When he enters, I make a clue, and then each opponent can make a clue or lose a life. If they make a clue, I also get a clue too. So go around in order.
I will
Jaya.
make a clue.
Or yeah, I mean sure. The going around in order doesn't really matter too much, but
Does
lose a
clue
life.
do again? I was forget.
You sack it for 2 colorless and draw a card.
Yeah,
I'll
we
take
like
the
the
life.
other one.
Okay, so life, clue,
Yeah,
clue.
alright.
Okay, go ahead, Giant.
Alright.
I have a
I'm gonna tap 2. I'm gonna play Lightning Greaves.
have a rating
what are you doing
Davis
for
in
that?
hand. Airbender, Ascension, Impulsivity.
Oh, you passed to me?
Airbender.
Yep.
Okay, untap, draw for turn. Remove Cascade, enters untapped because I have 2
Puts
other
here,
lands.
click and touch Spirit Rock.
And I'll tap 3 for Tide of Xena's Guardian. And
Nice.
Okay, cool. I got the cards in hand. I got the turn order. I'm all
I will go
situated
ahead
here.
and tap him to saddle District Mascot. Put a counter on him as I attack. Go ahead and attack. What's that token you have, Wizard? Ah, that's Clue.
The
Okay.
token's a clue, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just swing at you for 2.
Yeah, check out this guy's deck. He's got some really nice cards.
You saddled the
Good
Yeah.
old fashioned.
So it's
Oh,
tap
okay,
another
yes.
creature,
Yeah, these guys. Look at this.
which ignores Summoning Sickness too.
Yep.
They're awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, well, I take 2.
Titus will cause that. to proliferate and
this
draw
whole
me a
deck
card
probably
'cause I dealt
costs like
damage.
10,000 or more
Yep.
dollars. His deck is so
Seems
cool.
Man.
pretty decent.
Pass. Seems pretty decent. Sometimes I just don't get anything to start putting counters on stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
so this hand is like
Untap, upkeep, and
decent.
draw. Well, I guess we'll play another Island.
But I don't really have good card draw.
We'll tap for 2 to sack the clue, draw a card. Then I'll just tap out,
I think I'm holding up
And
mana
she's
to crack a clue
We'll
here.
cast Magus Lucia Kane. Move to combat, put a counter on her with her ability, and pass.
Alright, untap. Keep. Draw. That's nice. I'll play a Scalding Tarn. I'll crack it to get a land I can play now, like a Volcanic Island. And then I'll use that. I'll use Savai Triumph to play a Soul Ring, and then I'll use the Volcanic Island and the Exotic Orchard to play a Lucas Sharpshooter, my other commander. And then I'll pass.
Pass.
Obviously, drawing the Soul Ring there was really nice. I can use that to crack a clue, I guess. I'm going for.
I'll play Halo Battlements. Tap 3, and I'll play a Worn Power Stone. Hey, I've got a Soul Ring too. It's just kind of worse. I'll be done after that. Go right ahead.
So not
Alright,
foil. I'm
untap.
surprised with his deck. Surely it's foil.
Draw for turn.
Their mat is cool too, and the Tabernacle, the Pendrel Veil. Do we need to be worried? I think Magus Lucia Kane's gonna have a crazy turn, right? They're gonna copy some X spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana.
Yeah, go ahead and tap 1. Convert that to the blue and the white. Blue.
But
So
what
2
can I
blue.
do, right? I can't do anything about it.
And another for a Pensive Professor. He draws me 1 card when I put a counter on him.
Seems pretty decent.
But unlike Fathom Age, it's not for every single counter. It's just for every instance of counters.
You know, he kind of his voice reminds me of the guy from Big Mouth.
Beginning of combat, Titus will trigger, remove a counter off of District Mascot onto Pensive Professor,
In a good way.
which will cause me to
It's a
draw.
fun show.
Card.
You know, I'm
And-
thinking of Big Mouth. What's the guy's name?
I will go ahead and swing.
Andrew Goldberg? Yeah, he sounds like Andrew Goldberg.
Doesn't the dog only have 1 counter because you moved a counter?
No.
It got
Saddle.
proliferated as well.
Saddle
But
plus proliferate.
saddle
Yep.
proliferate, so it's 3.
Oh, okay.
Or Andrew Glauberman, John Mulaney. Yeah,
I
that's who it
will-
is. Sounds like John Mulaney.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and saddle District Mascot again, add a counter, and
What are the chances?
I'll swing at Ugutler
So take 4.
with 3.
What is this land?
Oh, he's
Just
0,
3.
0. Okay.
Is it the
All
one
right.
that flips into hand where battlements?
And
And then proliferate
Proliferate.
again. Shocker.
draw a card from Titus's ability, draw a card from a counter on Pensive Professor. And then I will pass.
So weird
I
that
just
just
got down the
randomly
hand
has this
size.
first ability.
While you're doing that.
Oh, sorry, so I also had a land for turn. It's tapped anyway.
Yep. Untap, upkeep, and draw.
Oh boy, how bad is this about to be?
Well. We'll just go ahead. Play this forest as land for turn.
8 mana.
And then let's get more
What if they
lands.
just do, like, a
2,
green sun
4,
Zenith?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Just adding a Fire Seek.
X is 4.
Oh, it's a soul
I
ring.
will cast a Sporocyst, which will be copied. They will both enter with 4 1/1 counters on them. And each one of them will go find me 4 basic lands.
That's
Tapped.
about as bad as I thought. Alright, cool.
That's good. I will be passing the turn while I go grab that. I have no untapped mana.
Yeah,
Do what you will.
next turn's gonna be...
Yeah, next turn will be much better with 8 more lands. Yeah.
yeah. I'll draw a card on end step with Soul Ring, untap. Draw. Terrifying. Tidus up there with 4 mana being like, help me.
Six. 7.
I'll play Flooded Strand. Trying to think. Oh, 1 clue. I guess I could crack the clue. No, I should do that later. I don't even know. I feel like nothing's good in this world anymore. I'll pass turn. Go ahead, Jaya.
All right.
What is,
Play Ugid's Labyrinth. I'm not going to exile anything.
what is there
Do
to
it.
do? Like what? All I can do is crack a clue, touch a spirit realm.
I'll tap 4. I'll play
that's
Thran
it.
Dynamo.
That's insane. I could bluff and say I
Untap.
don't have answers, but like, what does that do?
What do I want to do here?
Touch spirit realm will save us for a turn, and that's
Tap
it.
4. I'll play a Scampering Surveyor. When it comes in, I get to get a cave or a basic land for my deck and put it to play. I'm gonna get Planner Nexus.
I asked them to do their worst, and they fucking did their
That's not
worst.
it.
Like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I'll equip the Lightning Greaves to him.
17 mana.
And then I will be done. There it is. All right.
They probably don't win
Go
on their
ahead.
next turn though, so
Okay,
at least like
untap.
I could just like let them spin their wheels now that I think about it.
Raw. Return.
Yeah. If they're gonna play greedy, I can try to play greedy too, right? Because he'll just keep developing. Like maybe he'll play like a Genesis wave or tutor out something crazy. But yeah, I think I just play for myself too.
Never caught.
I should look at what Warhammer cards he could be, like what X-Spell Warhammer cards we can expect.
Go ahead and tap. 1, 2, 3 for Dreamtide Whale. Which, because it's mana value 3, will trigger Increment
Mm-hmm.
on Pencil Professor. So I'll gain a counter and I'll draw a card. This has Vanishing 2. And whenever a player casts a second spell their turn,
Mm-hmm.
it proliferates. Alright, so
Dreamtide is so good with Titus. That's great.
Say what?
I said Dreamtide is so good with Titus. That's great.
It is.
Mhm.
There's got to be a faster way to find this, but
Beginning of combat.
we'll get there eventually.
I'll move a counter off of District Mascot. Onto Titus.
Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
And
This could be an issue.
we all have creatures now.
Yep.
Yeah. I think in that case, I'll just swing.
This could be an issue.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and swing a Pensive Professor and District Mascot. No, not District. I'll just swing a Pensive Professor at Guttler.
This will be an
How big
issue.
is it?
That is a 3/5.
This
Yeah, I'll
could just
block.
kill
It's
us,
fine.
right?
Okay.
Bye, little guy. You did your job.
So we could deal 15, I
I
think.
will pass.
Which would be 30. Yeah, if he plays Exo Queen, he can deal
Proliferate.
30 to both everyone.
It's only player damage, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Damn. Alright, well, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Let's play an island. And then we'll go green, blue, red. Cast a Teamer Ascendancy.
Oh, it's even worse than I thought.
Creatures I control will have haste.
Mm-hmm.
And if a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under my control, I draw a card. Or may draw a card.
Oh, it's not Jeskai Ascendancy. Okay, that's
Then
not
we'll
too
go 2.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like a
3,
Genesis
4,
wave kind of
5,
thing.
6, 7, 8.
It's only 6 mana, right?
10,
Oh, yeah, okay.
11, 12, 14 total.
Holding up a
X.
mana?
This is 12. I want even counters just because easier to deal with. And possibly draw something that I can play. We'll cast Turbigon. X is 12.
That's your second spell, so proliferate for me.
Yep.
I'll draw a card.
Each of them will enter with 12 counters, triggering Ravenous and the Teamer Ascendancy, so I'll draw 4.
This motherfucker's gonna-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay, because of Ravenous. Yeah.
Then let's just move to combat. And I will send a 12-12 trample over at you there, Avis.
12/12 trample.
Yep. Which, when it deals combat damage to a player, I make that many 1/1 green Tyranids.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with my choice.
You are tapped out though, right?
No, I have a mana.
Just one.
Okay.
What could it be?
Well, I think I'll try and block that with all my creatures, so that's 7/5, 5/5, and a 4/4.
Okay. A 7/5, a 5/5, and a 4/4.
Yeah.
So let's kill
16.
the 2, leave your commander alone.
Okay.
And then my thing dies as well.
Interesting.
Maybe board wipes coming, who knows? Will they be able to Jaya clear out some of
And
this
yeah,
mess?
pass.
Yeah, I'll do stuff before you pass. I'll tap this, crack a clue, draw a card.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, water bend. Sorry, I just drew that card. I was trying to read it, figure it out. Water bend 1. So I'm just gonna tap Will, exile Will. He'll come back at the beginning of the next end step, which will be before you say I go to end step and pass. So he's gonna leave and then enter. When he leaves and enters, I ask if you guys want to make a clue to give me a clue too, or if you want to lose a life, and then I get my clue when he leaves and enters.
Taken 2.
Yeah, understandable with all that mana, more card draw.
I will definitely make the clue.
I'll take the 1 life.
×2, because he'll come back on end step too.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm cracking my Fly Strand too. All right. So yeah, I just get the 2 clues from Magus with all their mana, and then I'll get my.
2 from yourself.
Well, if you're gonna give me draw, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but
I don't know if
say
you
that
would
now,
if you
but
hadn't. Yeah, I don't know if you would have done that if you hadn't, ramped 9 lands, right? So I think that's kind of the bigger issue. Not that I'm giving you draw; it's that you've ramped 9 lands while we're
Oh, I know, right?
back here with our. Well, no, I guess Jaya's kind of keeping up with you, but barely.
I got 2 mana rocks. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. Oh yeah, and then right. So I end that whole sequence like this, and then I tap 2, draw a card, and then I'll untap and draw. Play Concealed Courtyard. Just a land. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Figuring out what to discard here. Yeah, it'll be a yeah, it'll just be a Steam Vents. I'll discard Steam Vents and pass. Good hand, but is it enough? I really want this Radiant Lotus, so I think I'm going to try to farm Will for a few more clues with a Planar Incision, maybe the Touch the Spirit Realm. We'll see. Planar Incision. And then I have a Puppeteer click. Impulsivity. Oh, right, I drew the Sister Hospitaller. It's a bit taller. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping Jaya can deal with their board because I can't. It's the trouble with this deck is like they probably think I have answers, but I just don't, So they're like, oh, look at all the open mana. We're safe. No, you're not safe.
It's a little wild, but I'll play Gauntlet of Power, red. So red creatures get +1/+1, and basic mountains tap for an extra red. I'll tap 3 mana. I'll play my commander, and I'll put the Lightning Greaves on her.
He really thinks he's
I'd
gonna
be done
fine
after
here,
that.
but
2.
he has
Alright.
4 mana.
I'll untap.
Destroy blue permanent.
Draw for turn. Alright. Play a forest for land.
Is that Tarnation? Vista.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Tap 1 for a soul ring.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if that's a Tarnation Vista, and if it is, why? For each monocolored permanent you control, add 1 mana of any color. I guess maybe it might be. It's a good card. I think it's a cool card. If it is that. I mean, even if it isn't, this is a good card. Tarnation Vista. No, I can't pick up my hand because it's
Yeah,
going to
I'll
make
go
me
ahead
think I
and-
have things.
Yeah, tap 1 the 2 colors from the soul ring. Convert that to white blue. And
This
play
is an issue.
Riku Resourceful Guardian. When I put counters on a creature, it becomes unblockable until end of turn.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question: does anybody have counters on anything that they own?
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, Wizard does. Wizard has a lot of counters on his commander and all of his creatures.
All right.
Oh.
That just gives because I could technically steal some with.
Mhm.
This creature's summoning sick though.
But all right. Also, yeah, I'll tap 2 for 3 visits, and I'll go fetch something that is forest. Real quick.
It's turn 6, right? Turn 6. You know what I could do is channel the touch the spirit realm when they go to combat. Like maybe they're like they try to set up for like something crazy, and then I can channel it.
Yeah, I'll just put out a
Deal with
basic
that.
forest.
That's an option, right? Because it's. Let me read channel again. Artifact or creature. Okay, so no, channel will not work.
Okay, beginning of combat. I will move a counter off of Pensive Professor onto Titus, which will make him unblockable until end of turn. And I'll
Crazy. Nobody's stopping them, dude.
yeah, I'll swing the 6/6 unblockable commander
Why is
at
no one stopping?
Wizard.
I think he said BRB.
Uh,
I think we're just waiting.
okay.
But he's like almost he only has 1 open, so.
He has 8 power to block with.
By the way, it'd be his turn next, so it would.
Yeah,
never get
we
anyway.
gotta wait anyway. Yep.
Is it like unblockable or something? Oh, because of this, right? Right, okay, so it's just 6 unblockable. You won't poke the bear though. He has 2 mana open. It's like Ponchify or something. Queen's Labyrinth, but nothing exiled under it, right? 1, 2, so it's 2, 4. Yeah, this doesn't really help him too much. Red creatures get +1, that's cool. Yeah, that might be an issue. We'll see. What am I doing? This will draw me a card, and then that'll draw me a card, and then I can like flicker one thing. That's probably it. Does planar incision target any creature? Or just... Yeah, any artifact or creature, not just my own. So that's kind of nice.
Actually, since we're waiting, I probably better land I would have fetched. If that's alright.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely crack clue first with Soul Ring, and then just make decisions from there. Probably go to... I might have to go to creature, like tap Lucas, sack a clue.
Yeah, that would. Just shocked in Temple Garden for 2.
God, I hate my family sometimes.
Whoa.
What's
They're
up?
unprepared and make me feel like a shitty person for not being able to help them immediately.
Well, I got some bad news for you, wizard. You're being attacked for 6 unblockable.
6 unblockable, ouch. I take
Not by
6.
me. By Aves.
I'm sorry, I have combat damage triggers. Right, that hits, no responses.
Was it
Nothing for me.
commander?
The commander, yes.
Okay.
So I'll proliferate. And draw 2 cards.
Oh yeah, I guess ideally I'd want to be flickering will twice
Oops,
to
shit.
get maximum clues for when I cast my Radiant Lotus, but then that's such like a bad play if like Radiant Lotus gets
I
like,
forget
countered
if
or
you hit
something.
apply, it applies the commander damage to your life total as well.
It's a tricky board.
Which is a great thing.
Maybe he'll play a good instant for me to
Yeah, I
copy
will
with like
pass.
impulsivity or
And
something.
discard down to hand size.
Alright. Well, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. We'll just play an island. Tap 2 to sack a clue, draw a card. Tap another 2, sack another clue.
Your mountains tap for an extra red,
Oh, even better.
but only basic mountains.
Yeah, that's fine. Draw another card. Ooh. Now, is that what we do here? Seems like what we do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Just getting
X
much
is
better connection.
17 and will be copied.
Wow.
We'll cast a Zoanthrope. Each
Yeah, that's the one I
Zoanthrope
was
will
worried
enter with 17 1/1 counters.
That's the one I was
Triggering Ravenous, triggering the Teamer Ascendancy. 3, 4, and then first Zoanthrope enter will have deal 17 damage to Avis. Second one will have deal 17 damage to Will player. And then move to combat.
Question: are you attacking me with anything?
That's part of the plan.
They just can destroy it with Jaya, but that's all they can do. I don't
Yeah.
think they have anything else. It's just one creature they can destroy. So if you send 2 at them, it's like they can still only destroy 1.
Well, I will pay a blue. I'll discard this dragon. I'll destroy the Team Ascendancy because it's blue.
Okay.
I could also
That
just
stops the zoanthropes from attacking. So
yeah. I'm
good
thinking
job.
if I want to go the 12/12 Tervinagon, but nah, it's fine. If you swing at me, you swing at me.
Oh, it's not going at you. It's definitely going at the person that just blew up my Teamer Ascendancy. Because I
Alright,
was going to send the zoanthropes over that way. Instead,
take
now I
12.
just send the 12.
Well, I'd rather take 12 than 34.
Well, you would have only taken 17 because you'd have blown one up. But if you're taking the straight 12, I'll make 12 little 1/1s.
That's fine. Yep, that's perfectly fine.
We're
Okay.
just going to set counters to 12 there. We have 12 of those. And then I have to discard because I don't have...
I'll just do my, end step flickering stuff. This is an immediate flicker. It's called Planar Incision. It's going to target Will. He'll leave and enter. So do you guys lose a life or make a clue times 2?
I think I take 2.
well, I'm making the clues.
2 clues from
Again.
you, 2 clues from myself, and then
You make the decision twice?
it's a leave or enter trigger from Will.
Okay.
So you lost 2 life, Tidus or Aves?
I think I'll make 2 clues. I'm low.
Okay. There we go.
Get rid of that. What else do I get rid of?
What do you? Yeah, let me know what you're discarding, and I'll start slowly taking my turn. But I'm curious
Yeah.
to see.
3 lands, an Open the Way, and a Moloch.
A Moloch. Let me scan that one.
Moloch. It's pretty great.
Fights up to 1 creature opponent. Oh yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna sack a clue, draw a card on end step. Sack another clue, draw another card on end step. All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Nothing helps. Everything's sad. Okay. 2, 4, 6. I'll tap 6 and play a Radiant Lotus. I can sack an artifact for 3 mana of 1 color.
Nice.
Um,
Seems pretty good with all them clues.
I know I almost have as much mana as you now.
Yeah.
Almost, but
What's
not
that card
quite.
called again?
Radiant Lotus.
From Aether Drift.
And unfortunately, I can't copy whatever I spell. That's how I do, but it's okay. I'm just trying to make do with what
I
I
have
got.
19 mana. You have technically 24 just in clues.
19 times 2 is 36, though. As evidenced by your double, whatever,
yeah,
36
I mean-
damage you just put out on board. Anyway, I'm going to set tap, get 15 mana, leave myself with 3. I'll go 15 white. And I'll play Airbender Ascension down to 13 white.
Oh, that's a card.
It's gives me like an end step flicker,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? Am I missing something that makes it?
Oh no, it's just a card. I
Yeah.
like it.
Soul Herder's
Yeah.
probably better because you don't have to work and you just get it, or like I don't know, like Thassa Deep
Yeah.
Dwelling, or like literally any of those other ones. Teleportation Circle. But hey, if I play 3 creatures, I get a worse version, which I'll try to do.
But it is cool. I
Thank
like
you,
it.
thank you, thank you. How's this gonna work? Yeah, I'll play a Preston the Vanisher, so 13 minus 4 down to 9. 9 white. I'll play Impulsivity down to 3 white. When it enters, you can cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard without paying its mana cost.
From a graveyard.
From a
That's
graveyard,
cool.
yeah, it's just gonna be a flicker spell from mine. This would be like when I cast it, I would just waterbend X, right? So that I'd like tap some creatures to do it.
I don't know if you can do that if it's an X spell.
I'm
It's
trying
not
to
though.
Scan
Okay.
it. Give me a sec.
Yeah. It costs 2 blue, and then it has as an additional cost to cast this spell, Waterbend X.
Yeah.
Oh,
you do,
yeah, then
you do
yes,
pay the
you
water
will do
ban as
it.
additional cost, yeah.
Okay.
So
Trying to figure out how this is all gonna work. I think I just do things and then I'll figure out how it works. Let me show that I still have 3 white floating. Impulsivity, I'll cast the Waterbender's Restoration and it's gonna exile it. Additional cost, I'll Waterbend with this. Ooh, I'll also do your 3 creatures that... How big is that gonna be when it deals X damage? Yeah, I'll do I'll do the Zoanthrope token, the Sporosis token.
you can only exile creatures you control.
Oh,
with
bummer.
water.
That would have been so nice. Excel oh yeah, darn. Okay.
Yeah, that would be
Otherwise,
sick.
it'd be way too good.
I mean, not really. I mean,
Still
against only against a X spell deck like yours would be way too good. But yeah, so yeah, I'll just be Impulsivity and Will the Wise. They'll come back. Did I play that? Yeah, bummer. On end step, so I don't get them now. But they're gone. Will leaves the battlefield. You guys can either give me a clue or lose a life.
I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Okay, so everyone taking 1. I'll get my 1 clue. Trying to figure out still what I want to do. I don't think I can get airbenders online because of forgetting that this is end step. So then these will come back on end step. It will get the counter, but this trigger would have already missed its chance. So yeah, I'll just crack 2. I'll use the 2 of the last 3 white here to crack a clue down to 3. Draw a card. Nope, that's nothing helpful. Play Plaza of Heroes. Go to end step. Will comes back. I get a clue. You guys either choose to get a clue or lose a life.
Take one. Also crack one of my clues here. So I just had one left.
Sure. This will get 2 more counters. You guys all lost a life, I'm guessing?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a life.
Sure. Triggers. Will come in first. Preston sees that and makes a token copy of Will. That one's going to come in too. And you guys will have another trigger of Will coming in. You can either lose a life or give me a clue.
Pick another one.
Pick another one.
Okay, so you guys all lose a life. And then legendary rule, the token will have to die. So a token copy of Will leaves the battlefield. You guys can either give me a clue or lose a life. I get a clue.
Pick me.
Okay, and then Preston Impulsivity comes in. Impulsivity, I'm going to flicker the Radiant Lotus. And then the Preston token copy of Impulsivity, I think just gets me Farseek here. Is there an instant or sorcery that you guys have better than Farseek?
I don't have any instant sorceries in my graveyard.
got-
Just 2 creatures.
Yeah, I've got Fireseek and 3 visits. That's my instance of
Okay.
sorceries in my graveyard.
Archseek, I have an open the way, but you can't do the open the way.
Is it just
because of
forests or what?
Yeah,
X-
this just
oh,
grab a
oh,
forest
yeah.
and enters untapped.
Yeah, open the way is bad here. Farseek is good, right? Because 3 visits does nothing because I'm not in green. So yeah, I think it just has to be open the way. Or sorry, Farseek from a Magus's graveyard. I don't know if it really matters, but yeah. Okay. I'll get something to represent the impulsivity token copy from Preston, and then those are the effects. Does this have another effect I missed at the beginning?
Did the Lotus untap, or is it?
Yeah, from a planar incision. Yeah. This does count token copies. Yeah, this is at 6 counters. All right, yeah, go ahead, Jaya. I'll go get my land from Farseek.
All right.
It'll just be a triumph because it comes in tapped anyway.
Oh,
Hey, not bad, right?
there's this cave.
That was a pretty good turn. Preston's
Can
crazy.
we do anything
Impulsivity's crazy.
here?
Everything's crazy. I hope I didn't misplay. I think the only thing I might have technically misplayed is like all these, the Will the Wise and the Impulsivity trigger should have gone on the stack at the same time. And I sort of like stacked it so the Will fully resolved the Rabbit coming in before I moved on to
Have
the
12
Impulsivity.
mana. I'm gonna play Rise the Eldrazi. Whoop. I'll draw 4 cards. I'm gonna kill
Probably
do
Preston.
I kill
right?
the Magus or do I kill the Lotus? I think I kill Magus Lucia Kane with the damage or with the destroy, and then I'll take an extra turn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Magus to the command zone.
With my mana, I will play a Soaring. We just got a bunch of. Oh, I'll crack this clue with the Soaring mana. Ah, okay. All right. I'll go to my next turn.
My Preston token. I'm surprised you didn't swing.
I
like
love Rise of the Eldrazi.
Triad
It's such
Ballard or
a
something.
great
We
extra big spell.
ripped a bunch of lands off the top. So at least we're not drawing those. All right, I'll play a mountain. Yay, 3rd mountain.
Hey, that's 2 more mana.
Oh yeah, so I have a Karmic Guide and a Sister Hospitaller and a Puppeteer Click, so I got some good options.
I just pay 1. And I'll play a Candelabra Tawnos. This will be down here. I think I'm not doing much. I think I just pass here. Go ahead, Abe's.
While on your end step, I'll tap 2 and crack a clue for a card.
So we're on turn 7 somehow? No, 6, right? I ramped 1.
Untap.
So Plaza Heroes, I can save a legendary creature if I want. The Radiant Lotus gives me options.
Draw for turn.
I might need a flip
Yeah,
of the
play
Impulsivity
Sun Petal
now.
Growth, land for turn, enters untapped.
Ooh, I think I'd do this. Yeah, wait. You need to know it's exiled. Rise of the Eldrazi is exiled. Otherwise, I would love to
You're right, it is.
flicker my
Yes.
impulsivity.
Yeah,
6
tap
seal.
tap a green and Soul Ring for Fight Rigging. Hideaway 5.
I think I do have to sack all the clues with Radiant. No, I'd sack all of them but 2, and then I'd crack the 2 and try to look for a flicker
That's
spell for impulsivity. That's kind of where I'm at, right?
Definitely lives up to its name. It's great.
Jaya Ballard has a lot of mana, and they kind of need card draw. No, they have a full grip. where are we at with this game? Everyone's scary now. I think the game's kind of been neutralized to the point where maybe no,
Yeah,
they
go
still
ahead
have
and-
7 in hand because of the Ravenous. The Ravenous is so good.
Hide that, and then these 5 go underneath. Or these 4 go underneath. And
Maybe I sack Radiant Lotus and 2
Yeah, I'll also
clues
tap
for 9 mana. And that'll leave me with 4, and I can sack like 3 clues. No, I think I need
for Grateful Apparition.
It's gonna be Radiant Lotus.
When it deals damage, I proliferate.
Okay, I can
Damage to a
sack
player.
3 clues
Nice.
and Radiant Lotus for 12 mana. But what color would it be? Would it be white or blue? It might have to be white because of the Touch the Spirit Realm I have in my hand. Tough game.
Alright, though, I will.
Tidus can maybe punch me for 12
A
to
candelabra
15 mana.
is great.
It might not do what you think it does. It doesn't just make infinite mana. You have to tap it to use it because it's a mono artifact. It's just the really, really old format.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, so their next turn they're gonna have like
Good with my gauntlet.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think 11 plus.
I'll go ahead and move a counter off of Tidus
About
onto Pencil Professor and
30
draw a
mana.
card at the beginning of combat. And
Poor guy over here is working
You
with
can
like,
also
like 10
put a
mana.
counter on a target creature.
So he's got about 30. He's got about 20 doubles, so he's
With
got
your
about
fight
40
rating.
mana.
Yes.
And then I technically have
So-
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I'm kind of losing the arms race. I think he's winning it, but Magus is dead. So he
Yeah, I'll
can't
go ahead and
do
put that counter
Magus.
on Pencil Professor again.
So I think
draw
they
another
might be
card.
winning the arm race.
And now you're able to cast your hideaway card.
They're winning the... I think they're in the lead. I might be in second.
Actually, no,
or
I don't have a
tied for
creature
the
with
lead.
more than 7 power, or 7 or more power.
They're
Really?
right
Does that
behind
not
us.
have 7?
That is
No.
just
There's
6.
Just okay.
They're like 1 card away from demonstrating that they're in the lead.
I thought for
I
sure.
thought it was a
I was
1. I thought it was a 1-2. That, or if you would have just put it on your commander, you would have had the 7 again.
And then Tidus is just here to
Yeah.
watch us play Magic, I guess.
But I don't think the hideaway is good yet. So, since Pencil Professor is unblockable, I'll go ahead and I'll swing at a wizard.
Yep.
For 6.
I take 6.
I'll proliferate. On 2 cards. And
They have a good... oh, shit. I was just gonna say, they have a good layout. I like how they show turn order, hand size, exile, graveyard, library. Not many people are like that good at showing everything on Moxfield.
okay, well,
I don't like that I had to show impulsivity so soon.
yeah, but that will be my turn. I will
Alright.
discard Rogue's Passage, Cold-Eyed Selkie, and Tomio Field Researcher.
Ooh.
Ooh, Tommy.
I could take that cold ice
Good one.
Selkie. That would be nice.
He's
with,
great. I just don't have enough proliferation right now.
Puppeteer click.
Yep. Alright, well, I guess I will untap Upkeep and draw. First things first. Let's tap Soul Ring. And a green. We'll have one colorless floating. I'm gonna cast Regrowth. Return target card from my graveyard to my hand.
Does he want to open
We'll
the
go
way
ahead
here?
and grab the Teamer Ascendancy.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. We have to
Alright.
try to stop that somehow.
Then we'll go green, blue, double red. So we'll end up with a red and a colorless floating.
Mhm.
We'll cast the Teamer Ascendancy. Then we'll use those 2 plus 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think what I do is I try to dig, and then I probably don't find anything. I say I don't have
Recast
anything.
Commander.
See if Jaya does
Mhm,
anything. I'll try to
Uh,
dig for an answer with that on the stack, but if I don't, hopefully Jaya can destroy it. So I'll tap Radiant Lotus and sack 3 clues for 9 white.
Oh, what was cast, sorry?
Oh, not Tita, sorry, I meant Jaya. Jaya can like destroy the Teamer Ascendancy
Yeah.
again before that.
We'll
Uh,
see.
But yeah, let me see if I draw anything. So I have 9 white in the pool, and I'm gonna use it to crack some clues.
This is in response to Magus, right?
On the stack, yeah, before it comes in. Because the
Okay.
second it comes in, it has haste, and then we lose priority. Yeah.
Mhm.
So 9 in the pool. Use 2 of it down to 7 to draw a card. Good.
Mhm.
That doesn't do anything. Use 2 more down to 5 in the pool. Draw a card.
Mhm.
That doesn't do anything. Use the last. Oh, sorry. So I'm at 5. Go down to 3 white. Crack the last clue. Draw a card. That doesn't do anything.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I don't have removal for creatures or enchantments. Up to you if you want to do anything. If not, that's fine too. But
I actually don't. I'm gonna let him have the
Sure.
have the haste. I think. Yeah.
Actually, I can do something. I think. Let me check.
So I went from 9 to 7 down to 5. 7, 5, 3. Yeah, so I have 3 white floating. Because I used 6 of it to crack 3 clues.
No, I cannot. Not until my turn.
If that is the case, then I will go ahead and tap my commander.
Hmm.
2, then we've got 4, 6, 8, 9, 10.
They might just be doing the same thing, like waiting to go to combat and then popping the Teamer Ascendancy before combat or something. And the tricky thing is they totally can get away with saying don't swing at me and I won't pop it, and it's like, what can you do?
7, 8, 9. X is 9, spell will be copied. We'll cast an Exocrine.
Just Exodus eats flare.
So,
Other
Get
creature.
fucked.
yeah, so if this
That's
resolves,
Jaya's fault.
the first Turvagon would enter, dealing 9 damage to each creature, each other creature, and each player. And then the copy, or the original, would enter and do the same.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
If this happens, I win.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 9.
No, Jaya's
No,
just gonna
it is
probably blow up
18.
your Teamer Ascendancy again. Oh yeah.
The Teamer Ascendancy doesn't matter at all.
Well, I mean, it just means you can't attack with the 2
Yeah.
Exocrines, but yeah.
Yeah, but I have 2 17/17s
Fair, yeah.
that
Yeah.
Yeah. What copy did it again?
Actually, no, I won't win because
We'll figure it
you're
out. Let's just see what Jai's got. Yeah.
I'm gonna add 6. I'm gonna use 3 of it to untap my lands here, so I have 3 floating. I'm gonna sack Urza's Cave. To get a basic or get a land from my deck, not a basic. I'm gonna get Glimmer Post. I'm gonna gain 2 life. I'll be at 20.
Sure.
I'll take 18 and go to 2.
Okay.
Yep. All
Looks like
right.
it resolved.
So what'll end up happening? Creatures are gonna die except for my 2 Exocrines.
Wait, why would
They
oh, the
killed-
12 takes.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
first instance that takes 9, the second instance they take another 9,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is
hold
more
on.
than enough to kill all creatures on the board except for my Exocrines.
I have another response. Wait, even the 18/18s, right? Or 17/17s, they die.
Yeah, they die,
Which
which is unfortunate. I forgot that I did it for too much.
So I have a
Should've done
response
it
to the
for a
first
little less.
Exocrine activation, which will be I'll tap my commander. I'm going to deal you 3 damage by discarding a card. And the card I'm going to discard is Emrakul the Wilderneu, who I'll play with Madness.
Sure.
So I'll gain control of 1 Exocrine, and then I guess the rest of the creatures will die. So,
Wait, all creatures target player controls, right?
yeah, but I have to do it in response to the first trigger.
Enter.
because she'll die.
so that
For
way
the
you can
first
keep
one
one.
entering,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he'll have
Um,
1 Exocrine, but I'll have the other one and the Emrakul.
Yeah. I have 3 white. Okay, so I'll have 1 endocrine. I'm trying to think if I want to use a flicker spell on one of my own things or on the other an exocrine thing. I think
Well-
what?
Here's the thing, because only the first Exocrine currently has entered the board. This one's still on the stack.
Yeah. So I could use the flicker spell now to save my own creature is what I'm saying, or just I have 3 white floating. I can just wait till right before combat and flicker it.
Well, they would take damage from the enter the battlefield trigger. So we're responding to that basically with the Emrakul.
Yeah. No, I know.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to decide what I want to flicker, and because I need to respond now to this first one because it's still coming in. Creatures are still gonna have damage on them, and if I want to save my creature, flicker one of his is what I'm thinking.
How much damage is that directly to players?
18.
Yeah, it'll still be 18. It's just now Jaya's controlling 18 of it, or 9 of it, like indirectly because they just gain control of the spell. But it's still happening.
Yeah.
No, I think I want to be flickering the other endocrine, honestly, when it went like before combat probably. So yeah, I'm good for this to have this first 9 to be dealt to all creatures.
Alright, so then she'll die. She takes 9.
So that's the first 9 resolving.
First 9 resolves, kills all of these things. Well, kills.
Will leaves the battlefield. Who wants a clue? Who wants to lose a life?
I'll take
I'll
a
get
clue.
Yeah, it's over there.
Taking clue.
I'm in a clue mood.
Taking the clue.
Oh, that's interesting.
That
Do
is-
they have trample or no? Because I could use the white and Plaza of Heroes, and nah, that's too much thinking. I was like, I can give it hexproof indestructible, and then I can block the endocrine, but no.
Oh yeah. Also, I forgot, but I meant to tap 2 and cast protection magic to avoid these 3 creatures dying from the 9 damage.
I think flickering the
That
token
It just gives
endocrine
them a
seems
shield
good,
counter.
because then it's just gone forever. I could just wait to see if it comes at me too. Yeah, I like
Except
that.
the token is the one that he gains control of.
Oh, because it was on the stack first, right? Yeah. Okay. All good. And
Alright, so
then-
I have an endocrine.
Yeah, it will be
The
it will be a
extreme, yeah.
2/2, so when it comes in it will still deal 2 if I do flicker it, and that's awkward. But whatever.
But it won't actually deal anything because the X will be 0.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright. Yeah.
Alright. I stole one if you want to take yours out of play.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
And then the second.
When it
is
enters
entering-
the battlefield, Jaya draws a card from the Ravenous because it's
No.
an ETB.
Because it entered on my field.
Yeah, I have to steal it when it's in play.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't
okay.
steal it from the stack, yeah.
I thought like Eldrazi's care about like casting, not ETB, so I figured it was you steal the spell, not the whatever. Okay.
That will be
Yeah,
sick.
no.
Steal them both.
Yeah, it would be sick. But yeah, the second one enters, deals another 9 to each of us.
How big
Uh,
is this? The Exocrine?
It will be a 2/2 with 9 counters on it.
So it's an 11/11? Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Take it at 12/12. Also +1 from Gauntlet.
Well, I killed myself here because of your fucking Eldrazi. Well done.
I've never had to emergency tutor for Glimmer Post to not die, but hey, for the first time for everything.
Well done. But yeah, second Exocrine enters the. What did you cast that you say you keep your creatures, though you're just
That's a
gonna die to
protection
damage?
magic for a shield counter from the first trigger.
Oh, nice.
Well, doesn't he die? Take 9 and die.
Yeah, he's gonna take another 9 damage and
Yeah.
die. So it don't really matter. But I go down to 1.
Protection magic. Can it be the same creature? Is it up to protection? Protection magic. Put on each of up to 3. You could put 2 shield counters on one creature, or all 3 for that matter.
Yeah, but I'm super dead anyway.
What was your life total
I
at?
don't think it's distributed.
My life
through
total was
shield counters.
4. Sad.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I think you took 18. It was 18 total. What were you at before?
He was at
He
14.
was at 14, so he's dead.
Okay, you are. Yes, you are very dead. Okay.
I was trying to kill
like-
the 2 of them and then swing at you.
That's
and
nice to hear.
it-
Yeah.
just doesn't quite.
No,
It's
the
still
plans
swinging
have
him.
changed.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Still swinging.
I mean, I swing at him and then you just swing at me.
Well, I have
and
to
it's
use the
GG's.
floating mana before. It's a touch the spirit realm, so it's like a channel ability, right? So I guess like before you go to combat, I mean, I could ask, are you gonna swing at me? You could lie and say no. You could do whatever. I mean, you swinging at him does nothing, so I think I'll just flicker it, right? Because if you swing at him, he'll just block and kill it anyway. So I'll just flicker it. Less thinking. Yeah.
See, at the same time, I swing at him. He blocks it.
It's a 12/12. What happens?
I mean, whatever he blocks it with would probably die.
No, Emrakul's a 12/12, right?
Yeah, Emrakul's
Emrakul's a
12/12, so
12/12.
no, nothing would happen. So yeah,
Yeah, so I'll
the
just
only
flicker it. Yeah.
viable target for me to swing at would be you.
Yeah. I'm flickering it. I'm flickering it. It's fine.
But I also could just not swing and keep a block.
Save me a flicker spell, I guess. If you're fine, I'll save a flicker spell. You don't swing at me.
I mean, I'm just dead either way. I think we're
To
both just
what?
dead
To
to Jaya
him?
now.
Probably.
Because he's gonna have
I'm gonna do my best.
my Exocrine plus his 12/12.
Here, I'll just use my touch spirit realm. All right, it'll just come back on your end step, and you can decide if you're dead or not. I want to take my turn.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Untap. Because I don't know if he has it, and I'm about to find out. Through honestly not sure how this is gonna go. I guess my first question is Emrakul, the ability where it says protection from spells and permanents that were cast this turn. Is that just like always a thing happening? Like
Yeah, it's so
Okay.
this turn is always the current turn,
Yeah.
and it's like protection from spells and then permanents that entered this turn.
how do
is
you
the-
kill it then? Just block it or something?
a wrath? You can kill it. Yeah, you could block it.
Any
you
non-targeted board wipe.
if you
Kill it.
reanimate a thing, you didn't cast it, so like that can target it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Or if you had something like my district mascot where you just pay a cost on the permanent as an aggravated ability.
Got you. Okay, so then my next question: what do you have for blockers, Jaya? How many blockers?
I have
2?
a Exocrine and a Emrakul, and they're both 12/12s.
Okay. Because you have that thing next to Emrakul. Is that a
No,
clue token?
This is a clue
Exocrine's
token.
an
This is a
11.
clue
Okay.
token.
Oh,
how many
wait,
cards-
your
Plus one,
Exocrine's
plus
1/1. Yep.
Yeah.
How many cards do you
Clue
have in
token.
hand, Jaya?
I have 4.
Okay. And Magus, you just have 1 blocker?
I have 1 blocker and 7 cards in hand because
Okay.
I have to discard.
I'll draw
I
for
just
10.
haven't decided.
I'll play a Mox Opal. I'll tap the Mox Opal for a
I knew I should have cast my favorite spell first.
white.
Doppelganged and got
Oh,
trillion more mana.
Doppelgang's pretty cool, yeah. 1
Yeah.
white
Razor
from the
Been
Mox
Greedy, too.
Opal. 2 colorless from the Soul Ring. Tap the Radiant Lotus, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sacks, so that's gonna be 18 mana of 1 color. What color do I want? I think this is white too. Yeah, I think it's white too. I don't know if it'll matter. 18, so that puts me in 19 white. Okay. How is the question now? What instants and sorceries do you have in your graveyard, Magus? Or both of you?
Nothing that's gonna help
I have
you.
2 creatures and a
really.
land.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, again, well, the one thing that might help you is a regrowth, but other than
Yeah,
that, they're
no,
X
actually.
spells.
Yeah, regrowth is good. What would regrowth get me here?
Anything you want.
Yeah, okay, I'll figure that out in a sec. Okay. I'll cast a Zealous Conscripts, gain control of, I guess, Jaya Ballard's Endocrine.
Alright.
So that's gonna cost me a red and 4 white, down to 15. Okay. So I got 2 attackers and you
How
have
does
1
your
blocker.
one thing read?
What?
How does your one thing read that says you can sack it for color?
Jeweled Lotus, or Radiant Lotus. It's in graveyard because I sacked it and some other artifacts, but it says sacrifice 1 or more artifacts, choose a color. Target player adds 3 mana of that to their mana pool of the chosen color for each artifact sacked this way.
Huh.
Okay. You
But
got me.
couldn't you
Oh, I was like,
like
do a swap.
do it? Couldn't you like do each one at a time?
No.
Oh,
because you have to
like
tap.
play a Zealous Conscripts or something, untap it or whatever? Oh,
No,
no. I don't think I can do what you
It's-
think.
Yeah, it's a giant boost. You have to sack all the artifacts at
Yeah.
once.
Next up, I'll use 5 for... Yeah, okay, I think I can do this. I think I just need to get, like, cards on board and figure it out. I'll play a Sister Hospitaller. So 5 down to 10 white. And then a black. This is going to give me back a creature, and I'll gain life equal to its mana value. That's going to be the impulsivity. So I'll gain 7 life. And
Damn.
cast the regrowth. And regrowth is going to get me... maybe either this... maybe the Preston, I think. Yeah, maybe the Preston. Yeah, I'll get the Preston. Okay. What's the biggest... Oh, you have a Hellcat Tyrant. Why am I overthinking this? Okay, sorry. I'll do 3 down to 7 white, and then a black and a black, and I'll cast a Puppeteer click, and I'll get the Hellcat Tyrant.
Alright.
That is haste. So I'll go to attacks now. No, I have floating mana. I shouldn't be stupid in case things happen after combat. Or in combat. You do have open mana. I need to be careful. I'll play Preston for 4 down to 3 white. Because I'm losing this floating mana anyway, is my thinking. And then I'll play Lucas the Sharpshooter using 2 colorless and a white and a black. When he enters, each opponent can make a clue. For each opponent that does, I make another clue, or you can lose a life.
No, I'll make a clue. That's fine.
Okay, so I'll get my 3 clues. Or, yeah, 3 clues. And then I'll crack 1 down to 1 white, draw a card. play
Yeah, I really should have done the
Goblet Shrine.
doppelgang first. I thought I could get away with it.
tap,
Damn.
sack another clue, down to 1, draw a card. Okay, 1 clue left. I'll go to combat now. Hopefully nothing happens. I just had to be careful in case things like could block or whatever. Zealous Conscripts and the copy of the Endocrine that Jaya has can attack, and Hellcat Tyrant can attack. I'm gonna send that's only 3 attackers. Shoot, and you have 2 blockers. Okay, Hellkite Tyrant's gonna go at Magus because it flies, and then the Endocrine and the Zealous Conscripts are gonna go at Jaya Ballard. Yeah,
I'll crack a clue, draw a card.
sure.
Yeah. I drew the new card. Oh, this doesn't do anything. Oh, it's an artifact. Oh, I think I lose. I can block one of them. Yeah. I block the.
Yep, we lose.
Okay.
GG. Yep.
So I drew it out. I just had to be careful in case
That's
Jaya
so
had.
sad. If I would have done the doppelgang
would've-
copied, I would have had more than enough mana
Oh,
to
for the Endocrine.
kill everybody.
Wait,
Still.
but it does damage to you, so it would have just been a draw.
I
right?
know.
Oh, okay, fair.
But that's honestly, if I don't think I can win, that's one of the ways I can do it.
I guess.
Or I could have done it for the same amount that I did and still had mana for the Cyclonic Rift that I drew.
You just didn't
Which
know
would've
that
been
someone had an
nice.
Emrakul. I don't think that's a misplay. Like, who's to
Oh, yeah,
who's to
no.
expect an
You
Emrakul?
can't- you
I
can't
did
blame
not
me.
expect the Emrakul.
Yeah. Like, that's
But
not on you. at all.
notably, I
Yeah.
should have done the doppelgang
I
first
mean-
anyway for the extra, like, 38 lands that I would have gotten.
I guess so.
I mean, I guess my misplay is I should have pinged Shadow for 3, because then Shadow would have died, right?
Well, yeah, but you
instead
also
of
didn't know that I
pinging
was gonna have the turn. Oh, I guess
I didn't know you had so much mana with just
the Radiant Lotus.
right?
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Yeah,
you
like-
ping me. Yeah, I think you're right. That
Yeah.
probably would have been the right move because
Is it-
I'm
I
not.
thought you sacked all your clues. Right?
Yeah, and
So
then the
it's just
board
me,
wipe
right?
happened, and you guys had to choose clue because your life totals were low, and so that kind of gave me a
Yep.
nice refresh of clues there. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna head out.
Was.
Bye.
GG.
Wow. Yeah, no, I would have loved to hang. They seem chill. It would have been nice to talk, but I gotta do my little post game review. Sweet game. Loving seeing impulsivity pull its weight there, and putting Preston back in was a great idea. Yeah, Waterbender's Ascension was really good too. The fact that you can like tap a creature to pay for the cost. Sucks that I can't target opponent's creatures, and also, as I said, that's like a slow flicker. The slow flickers are kind of bad in this deck. Like, I'm realizing that, because Touch the Spirit Realm also a slow flicker. But that would have dealt with the Emrakul actually, because yeah, it, channel still targeting. Oh no, it's spells and permanents. When you channel, you just discard it, so it's not a permanent. I don't know, it didn't matter. But yeah, impulsivity great. Zealous Conscripts great. Yeah, these theft effects are so good for me. And yeah, having a Metamorphosis Fanatic and just all these effects that just get creatures back is so crucial. Yeah, I'm loving the direction of this Flicker deck, honestly. Being able to just kind of squeeze every molecule of value out of a game like that. And like, that was such an interesting waiting game we had there where the Lucia Karn deck just came out swinging like as soon as they played that thing that got them all the lands. And then the three of us just kind of like played very selfishly and like didn't really interact with them. And we're like, if we just don't look him in the eyes, maybe we'll be fine. That was so interesting because I really wanted to use that Touch the Spirit Realm on his board, and I just kind of like held back until like as late as possible, and instead just kept cracking clues, kept flickering my Will the Wise, kept drawing more cards, and yeah, it just got me where I needed to be in that game. So yeah, I love this deck because you will always just be able to crack clues with Will the Wise and draw cards. Like, that's always an option. Yeah, Radiant Lotus is an insane card in this deck, so don't sleep on that. But honestly, pretty cool game how you just can kind of sometimes count on your opponents to have something to help. Like, it's not always on you. And yeah, I did not see the Jaya Ballard. I did not see that coming, that they'd freaking madness cost an Emrakul like that. Good on them. That's pretty sick. That's some really cool interaction. I like that guy's deck. I've seen it before. What cards did I feel like maybe weren't good enough this game? If any, right? Because that's always a question to think about. There probably were some. Maybe not. I mean, every game's a little different, but Puppeteer Click. Well, I think the thing is, Impulsivity and Puppeteer Click, like, yes, in the end they got me there, but like they didn't have like great targets. Like, I kind of wish I had better options with the Puppeteer Click and that. I guess I'd say, like, I'm super iffy on Canoptic Scarab Swarm. I don't know. I think Puppeteer Click is cool because it like kind of can like single target remove. Like, maybe I want those kind of effects, not just hit everything in one go. So we'll see about that. And then yeah, these slow flickers are very risky. I don't know how I feel about that. Yes, they dodge board wipes, but I think board wipes are fine against my deck, so maybe I want to have less of these slow flickers, because the deck is best when you can just keep repeatedly flickering a thing and like keep doing it. So I think that's something to pay attention to. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite decks. I love how consistent it is at doing kind of what you saw. Like, that's pretty cool. And I think a lot of the upgrades I made just made it to be even more consistent, and I love to see that. So I hope you had fun watching this too. And yeah, flicker in these colors with these commanders. It's very cool. It's very fun. Give it a try, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.